golf fanatics. Billy Ho Sports back for another preview and research show for the RBC Heritage. Quick recap on the Masters. Wildest finish I remember in Masters in my whole life. Justin Rose, so clutch. Got to give props to Rory, who just bounced back time and time again. So instead of a course preview, let's just watch all those amazing donkey shots and clutch shots Rory pulled off all day long as we discuss the course setup of Harbor Town. There are really no good flyovers for this golf course. Just go back and pull my 2024 preview for that layout. We're going to go back to round one. Pissed away a great round with two double bogeys. He fought back the next 2 days, Friday, Saturday, to reclaim the lead coming into Sunday. And then the very first hole Sunday afternoon comes right out of the gate with a double bogey on the first. Then he rolls, he gets things going again through the front nine and through 10. He's back up to minus 14. He looks like he's in full cruise control. Then a bogey on 11, which happens. But then the inexplicable 13, where he actually lays up to a wedge and then dumps it into the water and makes another double. I don't know how in the world it happened, but he had 4 double bogeys on the week. Now, just all the way up to 18. He hits an incredible shot on 15 in there for eagle, misses the eagle putt, but makes birdie. Then just another incredible shot on 17 to make another birdie. Then now he's on 18. Justin Rose with the clutch putt on 18 himself to get to 11 under. So Rory gets to 11 under with his or gets to 12 under, I should say, with his birdie on 17, and now all he's got to do is make par on 18. And what does he do? He dumps his approach shot in the sand. He chips it out. Now he had about just over 5 feet to win the jacket on 18 in regulation with a pretty straightforward putt that he kind of choked on. So he misses that, forces the playoff with Justin Rose, but ultimately credit to him for hitting just an amazing approach into 18 on the first playoff hole to about 3 feet, then ultimately wins, and he just lets all his pent-up emotions out. Just a really great finish. But that guy's why people have high blood pressure, panic attacks, and myocardial infarctions. Whew. All right. RBC Heritage, Harbor Town. It's a second shot golf course. It's a Pete Dye design, but you need a well-rounded game. It's par 71, stretches about 7,200 yards. Narrow fairways, ryegrass, overseed. The rough is going to be up about a 1/4 inch from last year. Many holes lined with trees. Bunkers are ready to collect those rollout tee shots. Driving is key because you have to play your approach shot from the best angle to the pin. No advantage to starting on the 10th hole for showdown. If you begin the back nine with four par fours in a row, there's only one par four. The 18th hole is visually stunning. It's tough. The lighthouse over the water. And but the greens are second smallest, I believe, compared to Pebble Beach at 3,700 feet. POA overseeded. Obviously well-guarded bunkers around all those, and they typically run fast. So now let's dive into Fantasy National Golf and look at some stats. So as you can see, course history does matter. And the leader in the course history category is pretty close between actually Patrick Cantlay and Matt Fitzpatrick, both gaining right around 30 shots total. And you can see Matty Fitz does something that Patrick Cantlay has never done, is win this golf tournament. He won back in 2023, and everybody's going to have a cut. Even as good as course history as you possibly can have, this course will trick you up, somewhat similar to TPC Sawgrass, the other Pete Dye design, where you can have guys that just run off. They might have 5 or 6 great years, but they'll have a cut or two missed in there too. So that's Patrick Cantlay. He's got a second, third coming in. He's playing pretty good golf. He's going to be very chalky. Now, since Matthew Fitzpatrick showed a little life at the Masters by making the cut and playing a lot better. He's going to probably have a little steam. Then you have Brian Harmon, who just recently won, and he is playing some really good golf too. Then you have JT up here, and I just don't know what to think of JT. I really thought he'd make a better run at the Masters than he did. He's just a putz. And that's all I can say about him. He's a putz. He just makes stupid mistakes. Sometimes the driver just goes wild on him. He can't putt. So that's just Justin Thomas in a nutshell. Watch him come out and win this golf tournament. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he's due for a win. He's played good enough. Sooner or later, he's just going to be one less dumbass move, and he's going to win a golf tournament. So then you got Cooch, men 6K, yo. So that's looking pretty good. You know he'll be popular. That's the first slot everybody will fit in. It'll be like or it'll be Scotty at the top, and then Cooch right underneath. Scotty Scheffler, I'm not the greatest course history. I've never played this place before. I'll jump in 2023 and go T11, and then I'll win the 2024 Masters, and I'll come back right back after winning the Masters and then win this golf tournament just because I don't give a shit. So that's Scotty Scheffler. He just DGAF. And then tons of good ones down here. Spieth is another one. He could T 39 or he could win. So a lot of volatility. Colin Morikawa was solid golf. He just can't quite get to the upper level of the Masters, but he really played pretty consistently good golf. He just would make one little mistake here and there to cost him. Russell Henley was a disaster at the Masters. He cost a lot of people a lot of 6-6 lineups. I imagine, me included. Chris Kirk played pretty well at the Masters. He's a good ball striker. He likes to he likes to hit that draw. But I think I'll be out on Abez. He's playing like ass right now. Patrick Rogers is somebody I don't ever get into. But you can see where we're going with this. To hit the Gala is this could be a definite breakthrough signature win for him. Tony Finau is just playing dog shit. I don't know what's wrong with him. Well, I do know what's wrong with him. His entire life seems to be falling apart with all these lawsuits and shit. So I'm not gonna play Tony Finau until his life gets back in order. I mean, he's got 19 kids and all this shit going on in his life. No thanks. Justin Rose coming off the Masters playoff loss, probably going to be a little mentally drained. I don't know if he's going to be able to get a hard reset and get back out there, but I could see him making the cut and doing a T40, maybe a top 30 or something like that. 8K is a little bit steep on him. He's getting just a huge bump from that playoff. I guarantee you, if he would have just finished T20 last week, he'd be 7,300. Then you have 10-4 on Xander, who's got good results here, but he has yet to fully put it back together yet. He was a little up and down in the Masters, but he's making cuts. He's still keeping that streak going. I'm sure he will again. I'm going to have a hard time going to him, but you can see the rest of the guys. Then we start to get down, and we'll just take a quick look at the shit guys. So you probably don't want to play Benny On. You don't want to play Mac Hughes. Fuzzy Dunlap with the amazing 90 on Thursday, and then wheels it back with a 71 on Friday. So that guy 69, nice. So Jaeger bombs. None of these guys down here got my interest at all much anyway. I don't know if I'd play them or not, but just a lot of history for Adam Hadwin, and he's never really performed well. Things of that nature. So that's kind of what I look at when I go through there. Then you have the breakdown of the holes, and what we're looking at here for each of the one. Greens gain is going to get a heavy bump. Downgrade your driving distance, several forced layups, approach shots. We can go down here and look at that real quick. You can see your approach shots 150 to 175, and then not very many 200 plus. So that's kind of interesting. But we've looked at players. We're going to look at the model, first crack model. You can see driving accuracy is up. The greens in regulation is down. A big green in regulation guy this week with the small greens. And you're going to have a little around the green game and some scrambling skills going on there too. And so here's your scorecard. Your best chances, obviously easy par 5, easy par 5. And then down here, easy par 5. Then you have a couple of shorter par 4s that you're going to be able to get after. And the none of the I don't think any of the par threes are going to be very gettable. There's let's see, 192. That's the hardest hole. Yeah, you might as well forget about the par threes and just white knuckle through those. But that's in a nutshell. How did we get it done there? Now, this first model, it's the same model both times, but this is more of a longer sample. So I got last 50 rounds, last 6 months. So basically, the end of the fall and all of this year coming in, and you can see Ludwig doesn't rank as high in the model as you'll see in the next one, but you can see how well he just does everything you need right here. It's par fives, it's birdies, it's DK points, it's tee to green, it's all this good stuff. Look, 13th in par threes. This guy is well tailor made for this golf course, and we're going to open him up real quick because I want to see if he played any RBC action. And so he was 10th last year at Heritage. So I like that. I played him in one and done, and I cannot tell you how disappointed I am, how excited I was for a minute to see him up the leaderboard. And I thought, just stay in the top five, bro. Give me seven figures for my one and done. Get me back in it, buddy. And then he got all the way up to second. I said, oh man, I'll take a solo second, 2.2 milli all day. I'll take a T2. I'll chop second and third. And then he actually got tied for the lead. He came into 17. He made clutch par, and then he made just a terrible putt for birdie on 17 and blew it by the hole 15 feet, and then missed the putt coming back up. And I guess that just shattered his brain because he just had an absolute dipshit meltdown on 18 where he just hit it in the bunker off the tee and then left it in the bunker on his second shot. He didn't get it up high enough. He hit the lip of the bunker, rolled right back to him. He had to hit it again. Then he hit just like a triple bogey after Patrick Reed hold out for second place. He drops all the way down. I think I got 700K out of him. So he didn't do much better than Rom, honestly, on the whole week. And the guy was had a chance to win the Masters. So that kind of shit happens, and we just got to dust our shoulder off and move on with life. But you can see the rankings in the models. JT's ranking way up there. Scotty, with his kind of suspect play at the beginning of the season, is middling, but he's a defending champion. I mean, he probably does win this golf tournament, or he's going to be in the final group on Sunday, unless something drastic happens. He gets locked up or something. But you can see all the high rankings. There's Sepp Straka. Sepp Straka is probably going to be number one in all your models for like the next 3 or 4 weeks until his game kind of goes back down to normal. Because if you look at his stroke play leading up, I mean, he starts off the year just a hot fire, wins Amex 7th, 15th, 11th, 5th, 14th, 28th, and he's just ball striking it. Look, the approach game has not left him, even though he missed the cut at the Masters, which he almost pulled it off on Friday, but he still gained 3.4 strokes on approach. The guy is really, really good, and we'll just RBC him real quick. And you can see he was 5th last year. He's definitely a guy to have on your radar, and people will go right back to him. People aren't just that bitter about one missed cut before, especially at the Masters. So he's going to get after it. And obviously, there's plenty of research to do. We're just getting into it. Let's go over to the shorter model, and then let's go rank them out. And then you'll see Valimaki. I got to star that right now. Sammy Wacky Valimaki is ranking number one in my recent form model. And then you got Connors and Collie, and there's Sepp and Rye. All these guys right here are all you're just when you think approach mavens, all those guys right there just scream. And Bud Collie is low key, really playing well. Well, he ain't going underneath anybody's radar right now. He's just really been playing lights out golf. You can look at his profile real quick and see what we're working with here. That's 3 straight top tens. Yeah, that's pretty decent. And look at the approach game. I mean, he's just knocking it out of the ballpark. And we already know his RBC record. We looked at it. Now I'm not going to count these This was just last, that's the Canadian anyway. So this is Heritage back in 2020. So he hasn't really had anything recent here, but he has had success here. So we know he's capable. So that guy is definitely going to get a lot of play. Then you have guys like JT and Victor who can just pop. You got Berger who's on a come up, and then Shane Lowry who's always good here. You can look at his profile, see what happened to him. I thought he was pretty much in it last year. No, it wasn't last year. So it goes all the way back. Okay, so it's a little whiles back. 2022. That's not that long ago though, because you got Canadian in here too. So that's Heritage. So he was 64 last year, which is not great, but 67 the year before that, not great. But he did almost win in 22 and 21 and 19. He was all in it there. So Shane Lowry getting it done as well. And there's Cantlay. You can see he's not ranking out very well. I forgot what his profile looked like. He was just kind of really meh, kind of just if when you look at this stupid face and you see Patrick Cantlay play golf, that's kind of how his Masters was. T36, yeah, ho hum. He gained off the tee. He positive putting. He was absolute terrible around the green. So I maybe he chipped it off the green into the water or some shit. I don't know, or went bunker to bunker. I didn't really watch much of him. He wasn't on TV that much, but you can see, we've already looked at his RBC heritage stats. I mean, he's a lock for a top five, in my opinion. And I'll eat the chalk if he's 30% on DraftKings. You can get different elsewhere. That's just the easiest thing to do. I've already played Glover in one lineup. He's a really great course fit here. Willie Z, I don't know. His putter failed him. He looked confused last week, like he hadn't been seen Augusta, like he missed Augusta last year, so he forgot how to play it or something because he had 3 top 10s before that, and he was just terrible. Spieth, another one we'll look into heavily going down the way. Chris Kirk, there's a ton of guys. Bobby Mack, Siwoo is definitely a Pete guy designed full. So let's just close things out with a little lineup construction 101. So let's just plant Patrick Cantlay in here to start the round off. And then we'll go down here and let's just make it fun. And we'll drop Matt Kuchar in here. I can't believe he's $6,000. I mean, they don't have a course history bump, but then that gives you all kinds of money. And then you can just come up here and we can just dealer's choice. If you think Fitz is going to get it done, that's a great price on a guy who can win a golf tournament, who's proven it before in the past, a major champion. So if he's getting his game together, look out. And then you got the Gala right here too. If you want to take a couple 7K guys, we'll build something a little different. And then now you're wide open up here and you can get 2 more highly touted 9K guys, or you can go up top again. I don't think you can do this. Well, yeah, if you want to go Scotty Cantlay, you can go back down here and hit a $6,400 golfer. You can get Chris Kirk. You can get Valimaki. We'll go ahead and do that. We're going to do that right there. That's a good lineup for the Billy Ho contest. Now, I've already got, just caveat that, I've already got a Billy Ho lineup, but this is my contest. So let's go back in here real quick after I save that like a dumbass and go back. So here's the contest. We've only got 16 in here so far. We got like 40 last week, which is pretty decent. If I can get 35 to 40 in this contest, it's pretty fun. So this is what we do. I pay the top 2. If we happen to ever get 75 in, that's a really nice first prize right there for a winner. But you can see, shout out to all our dudes in here. You got Friggity Frack. Let's go through the dudes real quick here. Let's see. I'm not really sure. I've seen BJB Snoop, B-Man, New York Islanders is in it every week. Jay Mello, shout out. Howell. Let's see who else we got here. L Bullard's in it every week. And Yamama won. Nice. Jutin 42. So all these guys. So that means there's a whole lot of guys in that Billy Ho's flop house that ain't got in this contest yet. So I'm gonna have to go get after them. So while I do that, you guys mull over your lineups. Best of luck this week, and we'll see you soon.